Across our planet, in nearly every conceivable environment, a silent and extraordinarily successful group of predators thrives. They are snakes, masters of stealth and survival, whose hunting techniques are as varied as the landscapes they inhabit. In the dense, humid rainforests of Southeast Asia, a green tree python coils motionless on a branch, its emerald scales blending seamlessly with the leaves. It waits, patient and unblinking, for the faintest tremor of a passing bird or rodent. With a sudden, fluid strike, it seizes its prey, the entire act unfolding in near silence. On the sun-scorched rocks of the Kalahari Desert, a sidewinder snake lies half-buried in the sand, its body forming subtle ripples that mimic the wind's patterns. Here, the art of ambush is refined to perfection. The snake's eyes barely break the surface, scanning for the shadow of a lizard or the vibration of tiny feet. When the moment is right, it erupts from concealment, striking with astonishing speed. In the murky waters of the Amazon, the anaconda glides beneath floating vegetation, its massive form nearly invisible. It senses the faintest movement in the water, using its tongue to taste chemical cues and its body to detect subtle vibrations. With a slow, deliberate approach, it closes in on unsuspecting prey, wrapping its coils in a silent, inescapable embrace. From high mountain slopes to deep, dark caves, snakes have adapted their hunting to every challenge. In rocky crevices, they use their slender bodies to slip into narrow gaps, waiting for the scuttle of a mouse or the flutter of a bat. In the darkness, their heat-sensing pits guide them unerringly to warm-blooded prey. Their presence is a constant, a hidden thread woven into the fabric of ecosystems worldwide. Camouflage is their greatest ally. Some snakes mimic the dappled sunlight on forest floors, while others resemble fallen branches or dead leaves, vanishing from sight even as they lie in wait. They are there, often just out of sight, a testament to the power of perfect adaptation and the raw, untamed essence of the natural world. Their stillness is not idleness, but a calculated strategy, each muscle poised, each sense attuned to the faintest sign of opportunity. These legless reptiles are the epitome of efficient design, a lineage that has honed its predatory skills over millions of years. Their scales, patterned and textured, serve as both armor and camouflage, while their muscular bodies allow for explosive bursts of speed, or the slow hypnotic undulation that brings them ever closer to their quarry. Their ability to remain undetected is perhaps their greatest asset. A snake can become a shadow, a whisper among the leaves, its presence betrayed only by the briefest flicker of movement. A snake can lie perfectly still for hours, its patterned skin providing flawless camouflage against the leaf litter of a forest floor, waiting for the precise moment to strike. Or it may disappear beneath the sands of a vast desert, its body hidden from view, its senses alert to the faintest tremor above. They move with a fluid grace that is both mesmerizing and unsettling, their bodies rippling as they glide through the undergrowth. Each movement is calculated, each pause a part of the hunt, as they close the distance between themselves and their prey. This profound connection to their environment allows them to be ever-present yet rarely seen, existing as a secret power in the grand theatre of life and death that plays out every single day across the globe. The sheer diversity of the snake world is simply staggering. Each species has evolved its own silent hunting technique, from the ambush predators that wait in perfect stillness to the active hunters that track their prey with relentless patience. There are over 3,000 species, each uniquely suited to its particular niche. Some use venom to immobilize their prey, delivering a swift, precise bite before retreating to let the toxins do their work. Others rely on constriction, their coils tightening with each exhale of their victim. Some are giants like the mighty anaconda of South America, capable of taking down prey as large as a deer. Their immense strength and patience make them formidable hunters, striking with a force that is both sudden and overwhelming. Others are no bigger than a worm, burrowing through the soil in search of termites and ants. These miniature hunters use their slender bodies to infiltrate the smallest crevices, their senses finely tuned to the vibrations of their subterranean prey. Some have evolved to live their entire lives in the ocean, their bodies streamlined for swimming, their lungs adapted for long dives. They hunt fish and eels among the coral reefs, using both speed and stealth to outmaneuver their prey. Others have mastered the art of climbing trees, their slender bodies navigating the high canopy with breathtaking agility. Here they hunt birds and eggs, moving with a precision that defies gravity. This incredible variety showcases nature's boundless creativity, filling every available corner of the world with a specialized hunter. Each snake in its own way is a silent force, perfectly attuned to the rhythms of its environment. And so our journey into their world begins. We enter a realm where silence is the language of the hunt, and every movement is a calculated step towards survival. It is a world of incredible sensory perception, where tongues flick to taste the air, and heat-sensing pits detect the warmth of hidden prey. Every sense is sharpened, every instinct honed for the art of the silent hunt. To understand the snake is to understand a fundamental aspect of the wild, the intricate and often brutal relationship between predator and prey. Each hunt is a story of patience, precision, and the relentless drive to survive. They are not merely monsters of myth and legend. They are sophisticated, highly evolved animals that play a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of their ecosystems. Their hunting shapes the world around them, influencing the lives of countless other creatures. By exploring their lives, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and wonder of the natural world. A world where the silent hunter reigns supreme, and every shadow may conceal a master of the hunt. The serpentine form represents a pinnacle of evolutionary adaptation, a living testament to the power of natural selection in shaping organisms for predatory efficiency and environmental mastery. The snake's body is a paragon of streamlining, reduced to the most fundamental anatomical elements required for locomotion, predation and survival within diverse ecological niches. Central to this design is an exceptionally elongated and flexible axial skeleton, composed of a high number of vertebrae, ranging from 200 to over 400, each articulated by intervertebral joints that confer remarkable mobility. The vertebral column is reinforced by robust musculature, with each vertebra connected by complex arrays of muscles, tendons and ligaments, enabling multidirectional flexion and torsion. This intricate musculoskeletal system allows for precise, coordinated movements, facilitating the undulatory locomotion characteristic of serpents. The snake's movement is generated by the propagation of lateral muscular waves which travel from head to tail, pressing against environmental irregularities to generate forward propulsion. These muscular contractions are finely tuned, allowing for a range of locomotor strategies, including lateral undulation, rectilinear progression, concertina movement, and sidewinding, each adapted to specific substrates and ecological demands. The same anatomical flexibility enables arboreal ascent, aquatic propulsion, and the generation of constrictive force, transforming the entire body into a dynamic predatory apparatus. In constrictors, the axial musculature is capable of exerting immense pressure, sufficient to induce circulatory arrest in prey organisms. The sensory systems of snakes are equally specialized, reflecting a high degree of evolutionary refinement. The ocular apparatus is protected by a transparent, immobile scale known as the spectacle, which replaces the function of eyelids and maintains ocular hydration and clarity. This spectacle is periodically renewed through ectasis, ensuring optimal visual acuity. The corneal covering is composed of keratinized tissue, forming a seamless barrier against particulate matter and pathogens. Visual capacity varies interspecifically, with some taxa exhibiting advanced color discrimination and others adapted for low-light environments, but all are complemented by alternative sensory modalities. The absence of external auricular structures is compensated by a highly sensitive system for detecting substrate-borne vibrations. The lower jaw is in direct contact with the ground, transmitting mechanical vibrations to the columella, a modified middle ear bone, which relays information to the inner ear. This adaptation enables the detection of minute seismic cues, facilitating the localization of prey and predators with exceptional precision. The integration of mechanoreceptive input allows for the discrimination of size, distance, and movement patterns of other organisms. This form of mechanosensory perception is exquisitely attuned to the terrestrial environment, providing a unique auditory modality. The bifurcated tongue is a chemosensory organ of extraordinary sophistication, integral to environmental sampling. Through rapid tongue flicking, airborne and substrate-bound chemical particles are collected and transferred to the vomeronasal, or Jacobson's organ. This paired sensory structure, located in the palate, is lined with receptor cells that decode complex chemical signatures, constructing a detailed olfactory map of the surroundings. The Jacobson's organ is capable of distinguishing minute differences in molecular composition, enabling the detection of prey, predators, and conspecifics. The forked morphology of the tongue allows for spatial comparison of chemical gradients, conferring the ability to discern the directionality of scent trails. By analyzing differential input from each tongue tip, the snake can orient itself with remarkable accuracy toward the source of olfactory cues. This chemosensory navigation is essential for prey tracking, mate location, and territorial exploration. Certain taxa, such as pit vipers, possess an additional sensory modality, infrared detection. Specialized pit organs, located between the eye and nostril, contain membranes densely innervated with thermoreceptive nerve endings capable of detecting minute temperature differentials. These organs are sensitive to infrared wavelengths, allowing the snake to perceive the radiant heat emitted by endothermic organisms. In total darkness, the pit viper constructs a thermal image of its environment, detecting prey solely by their heat signature. This infrared sensitivity provides a profound predatory advantage, enabling precise strikes in the absence of visible light. Thus, the snake's body is not merely a vessel for movement, but a highly integrated system of anatomical and sensory innovations, each element engineered by evolution to optimize survival and predatory success in a vast array of habitats. In the shadowy world of predators, few weapons are as sophisticated or as devastating as the venom wielded by snakes. For countless species, the art of chemical warfare is not merely a means of survival, it is the very essence of their predatory mastery. Over millions of years, these reptiles have evolved a delivery system of remarkable precision, hollow needle-like fangs, perfectly engineered to inject their toxic arsenal deep into the flesh of their prey. In a fraction of a second, a snake can launch a strike with blinding speed. Specialized muscles contract, forcing venom from glands through ducts and into the fangs, which act as hypodermic needles, ensuring the toxins are delivered with maximum efficiency. This venom is not a simple substance. It is a complex, ever-evolving blend of proteins, enzymes and peptides, each component meticulously crafted by nature to target specific physiological systems in the prey. The inland taipan, for example, possesses venom so potent that a single bite can bring down a full-grown buffalo in minutes. Its toxins are tailored to overwhelm the circulatory and nervous systems with unparalleled speed. For the small mammals that make up its typical prey, the effect is almost instantaneous. Paralysis and death occur before the victim can even attempt to escape. The venom itself is a marvel of biochemical engineering. It often contains a cocktail of neurotoxins, hemotoxins, cytotoxins and myotoxins, each with a distinct and devastating purpose. Neurotoxins, prevalent in cobras and kraits, are designed to disrupt the electrical signals that travel between nerves and muscles. By blocking these signals, neurotoxins induce rapid paralysis, shutting down the respiratory system and leading to a swift, silent death. Hemotoxins, on the other hand, are the domain of vipers and pit vipers. These toxins attack the blood and vascular system, causing catastrophic internal bleeding and tissue destruction. Hemotoxins break down red blood cells and compromise the integrity of blood vessels, resulting in massive hemorrhaging and shock. Myotoxins, another class of venom components, specifically target muscle fibers, dissolving tissue and causing excruciating pain, paralysis and irreversible damage. The king cobra of southern India stands as a testament to the power and versatility of venom. This apex predator is not only formidable in size, but also in its ability to subdue other venomous snakes. As a specialist in ophiophagy, the king cobra hunts and consumes other snakes, including those armed with their own potent venoms. Its dominance is rooted in its ability to track, overpower and envenomate rivals, asserting its supremacy in the wild. In a display of predatory prowess, the king cobra can locate, strike and inject lethal neurotoxins into a large snake, such as a rat snake, with surgical precision. The effects are almost immediate. The neurotoxins rapidly immobilize the prey, rendering it defenseless within moments. The king cobra then waits, allowing the venom to complete its work before beginning the arduous process of swallowing its vanquished adversary whole. This act of predation, often involving cannibalism, underscores the lethal confidence and efficiency of venomous snakes at the pinnacle of their evolutionary game. The strategy of envenomation is a masterstroke of energy conservation. By delivering a single decisive bite, the snake avoids the dangers of prolonged combat. After striking, the snake retreats to a safe distance, minimizing its own risk, while the venom incapacitates the prey. Using its highly sensitive tongue and Jacobson's organ, the snake follows the chemical trail left by its dying victim, confident that its biochemical weapon is working relentlessly. This chemical warfare enables snakes to subdue and consume animals far larger and stronger than themselves, securing nourishment with minimal risk and effort. Through this chillingly effective strategy, venomous snakes have earned their place as some of the most respected and feared predators in the animal kingdom, a testament to the power of evolution's chemical arsenal. While venom represents a chemical approach to hunting, another group of formidable snakes relies on a method rooted in sheer physical prowess, constriction. This is the realm of giants such as pythons and boas, whose hunting strategy is a masterclass in patience, power and precision. These snakes are not equipped with venom, but instead possess hundreds of powerful, flexible muscle bundles running the entire length of their bodies, forming the foundation of their hunting technique. The hunt begins with stealth. The snake positions itself in a concealed location, often camouflaged among leaves, branches or undergrowth, waiting motionless for hours or even days. When an unsuspecting animal ventures close, the snake launches a rapid explosive strike, seizing the prey with its jaws. The initial bite is not meant to kill, but to anchor the prey and prevent escape. Instantly, the snake's body reacts. Using its immense muscular strength, it throws one or more coils around the prey's torso, locking it in a living cage of muscle. Contrary to popular belief, the constrictor does not crush bones. Instead, it applies even, unyielding pressure, ensuring the prey cannot inhale or exhale fully. The snake's coils are dynamic, adjusting in real time. With each movement or breath from the prey, the snake senses subtle changes through its body, tightening its grip incrementally. This process is highly refined. The snake is acutely sensitive to the prey's heartbeat and respiration, using this feedback to determine when to increase pressure. With every exhalation, the coils constrict further, preventing the prey from drawing another breath. The pressure is methodical, relentless, and precisely controlled. Within moments, the constriction disrupts blood flow, particularly to the brain and vital organs, leading to rapid unconsciousness. Death is swift, resulting not from suffocation, but from cardiac arrest, caused by a catastrophic drop in blood pressure. The snake maintains its hold for several minutes, ensuring the prey is completely lifeless before releasing its grip. Consider the African rock python, a colossal predator capable of reaching nearly 6 meters in length, lying in perfect stillness at a waterhole, its patterned scales blending seamlessly with the environment. The snake's camouflage is its first line of offense, allowing it to remain undetected as it waits for the ideal moment to strike. A young antelope, oblivious to the lurking danger, approaches the water's edge to drink. In a split second, the python erupts from its hiding place, jaws latching onto the antelope's leg or neck. The snake's body follows in a fluid motion, rapidly encircling the prey's torso with powerful coils. The antelope struggles, but every movement only triggers the snake to tighten its grip further, accelerating the process. The python sustains this pressure for 10 to 20 minutes, ensuring that all signs of life have ceased before it relaxes its coils. This embrace is a demonstration of raw muscular power, a testament to the snake's evolutionary adaptation. Through constriction, these snakes are able to subdue prey much larger than themselves, including mammals, birds, and even reptiles. By killing without breaking the skin or spilling blood, the snake keeps its meal intact, minimizing the risk of attracting scavengers and maximizing nutritional value. Once the prey is dead, the snake begins the arduous process of swallowing it whole, often starting with the head to ease the passage. Constriction stands as a remarkable evolutionary solution, an alternative to venom that is equally effective, relying on physical might and anatomical specialization. It is a vivid display of nature's power where patience, strength, and precision converge in the ultimate predatory embrace. After a successful hunt, whether by venom or constriction, the snake faces its next formidable challenge, consuming its meal in its entirety. Unlike many other predators, snakes do not tear or chew their food. Instead, they must swallow their prey whole, regardless of its size or shape. This remarkable feat is made possible by a suite of specialized anatomical adaptations. The most striking of these is the snake's jaw structure. A snake's lower jaw is not fused at the chin, as in many other animals. Instead, each half of the lower jaw is connected by a highly elastic ligament, allowing the two sides to move independently. This split jaw design enables the mouth to expand far beyond what seems possible, accommodating prey much wider than the snake's own head. The upper and lower jaws are also loosely attached to the skull by flexible ligaments, further increasing the gape. In some species, the jaws can open to an angle of nearly 180 degrees, creating an enormous opening for the prey to enter. The process of swallowing begins with the snake carefully positioning its prey, usually head first, to streamline the process and prevent limbs or fur from catching. Swallowing is a slow, methodical act requiring patience and precision. The snake alternately advances each side of its jaw, using a unique walking motion to gradually pull the prey deeper into its mouth. Backward-facing teeth line the jaws, acting like hooks to grip the prey and prevent it from escaping as the snake ratchets its jaws forward. One side of the jaw pushes forward and secures a new hold, then the other side follows, inching the prey further down the throat with each movement. This ratcheting action is repeated over and over, slowly drawing the prey into the snake's body. During this lengthy process, which can last from several minutes to hours depending on the size of the meal, the snake must continue to breathe. To do this, the snake extends its trachea or windpipe out from the floor of its mouth, functioning like a snorkel to keep air flowing to its lungs. This adaptation ensures the snake can breathe even when its mouth and throat are completely occupied by its meal. The snake remains alert throughout, ready to defend itself if threatened, even as its body is stretched to the limit. Once the prey is fully inside, the snake's body begins the next phase, digestion. The snake's digestive system is highly specialized for this task. The stomach rapidly fills with powerful acids and enzymes, some of the most potent in the animal kingdom. These chemicals break down flesh, skin, fur, feathers, and even bone, leaving little behind but indigestible material. The snake's metabolism surges and its body temperature may rise to speed up digestion. The entire digestive tract works in concert, extracting every possible nutrient from the meal. This intense digestive effort requires enormous energy, and the snake's heart rate and breathing may increase dramatically. For a period after feeding, the snake is sluggish and vulnerable, its body focused on processing the massive intake. Movement is minimal, and the snake often seeks a safe, warm place to rest and digest. The swollen midsection is a clear sign of a recent meal, and the snake's energy is devoted almost entirely to digestion. Basking in the sun helps raise body temperature, further accelerating the digestive process. After consuming a large animal, such as an antelope, the snake's digestive system may work for days or even weeks to break down the meal completely. Over time, the bulge in the snake's body gradually disappears as the nutrients are absorbed and the remains are processed. Once digestion is complete, the snake may not need to eat again for weeks or even months in some cases. This ability to endure long periods without food is a key survival strategy, allowing the snake to thrive in environments where prey is unpredictable. The feast and famine lifestyle is a marvel of evolutionary efficiency. By maximizing the energy gained from each meal and minimizing energy spent between hunts, snakes are able to survive and flourish in a wide range of habitats. Patient and persistent, the snake waits for the next opportunity, perfectly adapted for its role as an ultimate predator. Each successful hunt and meal is the culmination of these extraordinary adaptations, providing the sustenance needed for the snake to rest, grow, and continue its life as a masterful hunter. In the intricate world of reptilian biology, snake reproduction stands as a testament to evolutionary adaptation and diversity. When environmental cues such as temperature, photoperiod, and humidity signal the onset of the breeding season, snakes undergo profound physiological changes. These changes are regulated by hormonal fluctuations, particularly the increase of sex steroids like estrogen and testosterone, which prime both males and females for reproduction. A receptive female initiates the process by secreting potent pheromones from specialized glands along her skin. These volatile chemical compounds disperse through the environment, forming an invisible trail that can be detected by males over considerable distances using their highly sensitive vomeronasal or Jacobson's organ. The result is often a congregation of males, drawn to the female's location, culminating in one of the most remarkable reproductive phenomena in the animal kingdom, the mating ball. This aggregation is especially prominent in temperate species, where synchronized emergence from hibernation leads to intense competition. In species such as the garter snake, a single female may be enveloped by dozens or even hundreds of males, each vying for the opportunity to copulate. This mass of intertwined bodies is a dynamic, competitive environment where only the most persistent and physically fit males succeed. Males employ a combination of tactile stimulation, body alignment and muscular strength to maneuver into position, coiling around the female and each other in a complex display of courtship and rivalry. Dominance is established through persistence and physical prowess, with the most tenacious male ultimately achieving copulation. This selection pressure ensures that only the fittest genetic material is passed on to the next generation. Male snakes possess a unique reproductive anatomy. Their paired copulatory organs, known as hemipenes, are normally inverted within the base of the tail and are everted during mating. Each hemipenis is structurally complex, often adorned with spines, hooks, or ridges. These features are species-specific and play a critical role in ensuring successful insemination by anchoring the male securely to the female's cloaca during copulation. During copulation, one hemipenis is everted and inserted into the female's cloaca, where sperm is transferred. The process can last from several minutes to several hours, depending on the species and environmental conditions. The spines and hooks on the hemipenes, while appearing formidable, serve to maintain copulatory contact and prevent premature separation, thereby maximizing the likelihood of successful fertilization. This anatomical adaptation is essential in the context of intense male-male competition, as it ensures the transfer of genetic material even amidst the tumult of the mating ball. The physical lock between male and female is a critical evolutionary strategy, providing reproductive assurance in a highly competitive environment. Post-copulation, the diversity of reproductive strategies among snakes becomes evident. Fertilized eggs may develop either externally or internally, depending on the species, reflecting a remarkable evolutionary plasticity. Oviparous species, such as rat snakes and pythons, lay eggs with flexible, leathery shells. These are deposited in concealed, thermally stable environments to optimize embryonic development. Females select nesting sites such as hollow logs, underground burrows, or decaying vegetation, where temperature and humidity are regulated naturally, providing ideal conditions for incubation. In some species, notably pythons, maternal care is exhibited through brooding behavior. The female coils around her clutch and generates heat via muscular contractions, a process known as shivering thermogenesis, to maintain optimal incubation temperatures. Conversely, viviparous species, including most vipers and all sea snakes, retain developing embryos within the oviduct. Here, the young are nourished by yolk sacs and, in some cases, maternal secretions, until they are ready to be born live. Live birth in snakes is an adaptation to environments where external egg incubation would be hazardous, such as aquatic or highly variable terrestrial habitats. Regardless of the mode of reproduction, the offspring emerge as fully formed, self-sufficient juveniles, anatomically and behaviourally equipped for immediate survival. Instinctual behaviours, such as tongue flicking for chemical detection and cryptic coloration for camouflage, are present from birth, enabling neonates to locate prey and evade predators. Parental investment in snakes is minimal to non-existent. Upon hatching or birth, juveniles disperse and begin independent lives, with survival hinging on innate behaviours and environmental suitability. From the outset, young snakes must secure their own food, evade predation, and adapt to the ecological pressures of their habitat, relying solely on inherited instincts and physiological adaptations. Thus, the reproductive strategies of snakes, shaped by millions of years of evolution, ensure the perpetuation of their lineage, arming each new generation with the genetic and behavioral tools necessary to thrive as solitary, efficient predators. Despite their reputation as formidable apex predators, snakes are far from untouchable. In the wild, every moment is a test of vigilance, and even the most skilled hunter can find itself in the crosshairs of a more cunning adversary. For many creatures, a snake is not a threat, but an opportunity, a vital meal that could mean the difference between life and death. The forest floor, the open savanna, and the tangled undergrowth all conceal predators waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Across continents, a host of specialized snake hunters have evolved, each with unique adaptations that allow them to outwit, outmaneuver, and ultimately overpower these dangerous reptiles. From the sky above to the earth below, threats are ever present. In this intricate web of survival, the line between predator and prey is razor-thin, and a single misstep can spell disaster. Imagine a snake gliding silently through the grass, unaware of the sharp eyes tracking its every move. In a heartbeat, the hunter becomes the hunted. Birds of prey, with their unmatched vision and lethal precision, are among the most formidable snake predators. High above, an eagle circles, its gaze locked on the slightest flicker of movement below. With eyes that can detect the glint of scales from hundreds of feet in the air, raptors bide their time, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash a devastating attack. In coastal realms, the sea eagle reigns supreme. With a sudden explosive dive, it snatches a venomous sea snake from the water's surface, the struggle over before it even begins. The eagle's talons clamp down with crushing force, and the snake, powerless to retaliate, is whisked away to feed hungry chicks waiting in a distant nest. In these aerial ambushes, the snake's venom is rendered useless, no match for the speed and power of its winged foe. On the African plains, the secretary bird stalks through the grass with deliberate steps. When it encounters a snake, it unleashes a barrage of bone-shattering kicks, each blow calculated to incapacitate its quarry. But the dangers do not end with the birds. On the ground, snakes must navigate a gauntlet of mammalian adversaries, each with their own deadly tactics. The mongoose, legendary for its speed and resistance to venom, faces off against cobras in lightning-fast duels. With agility and daring, it dodges strike after strike, waiting for the perfect opening to deliver a fatal bite. In the forests of North America, raccoons prowl under the cover of darkness, their nimble paws searching for hidden nests. They feast on snake eggs, erasing an entire generation before it ever sees the light of day. With uncanny precision, raccoons uncover and devour every egg, leaving nothing behind but shattered shells. Monitor lizards, too, are relentless egg hunters. Their powerful claws and acute sense of smell allow them to unearth buried clutches, consuming the next generation of snakes before it ever has a chance to slither free. Sometimes the greatest threat comes from within. In the shadows, a larger snake may stalk a smaller rival, ready to strike with lethal intent. The king cobra, a master of ophiophagy, hunts other snakes with chilling efficiency. Its venom is designed not just for defense, but for subduing its serpentine prey. In this world of constant danger, even the most venomous snake must watch its back, wary of both friend and foe. The relentless pressure from birds, mammals, and other reptiles keeps snake populations in check, ensuring that no single predator dominates the ecosystem. For the snake, every day is a battle for survival, a suspenseful dance between hunter and hunted, where the outcome is never certain, and the stakes are nothing less than life itself. Across the planet, there exist extraordinary environments where snakes reign supreme, their presence shaping the very fabric of these unique ecosystems. These hotspots, scattered from remote islands to vast continental interiors and beneath the waves, are home to some of the most remarkable reptilian gatherings and behaviours ever witnessed in the natural world. Off the southeastern coast of Brazil lies Ilha da Queimada Grande, ominously known as Snake Island. This isolated 43-hectare outcrop is shrouded in dense forest and mystery, its shores untouched by human feet. Within this verdant labyrinth, the density of serpents is unparalleled. Estimates suggest as many as 3 snakes occupy every square metre, weaving a living tapestry across the forest floor. The island is the exclusive domain of the golden lancehead viper, a critically endangered species. Its venom, evolved for precision and potency, is capable of dispatching migratory birds in moments, ensuring the snake's survival in this isolated world. With access strictly forbidden, Snake Island stands as a natural fortress, a realm governed entirely by serpents, where the balance of life and death is dictated by their silent, lethal presence. In stark contrast, the rolling prairies of Manitoba, Canada, conceal the Narcissi snake dens, a geological marvel, and the stage for one of nature's most spectacular mass gatherings. As winter's icy grip loosens each spring, the landscape transforms. From deep beneath the limestone, a surge of life emerges, heralding the arrival of tens of thousands of red-sided garter snakes. These resilient reptiles have survived months of hibernation in subterranean caverns, enduring temperatures that plunge to -40 degrees Celsius. Their synchronized emergence is a testament to their remarkable adaptation to extreme climates. Upon surfacing, they form a living carpet, writhing and intertwining in a colossal mating ritual, the largest congregation of snakes found anywhere on Earth. This annual phenomenon is a vivid display of survival and reproduction, a natural spectacle that underscores the resilience and social complexity of these cold-blooded survivors. Far to the west, the Galapagos Islands rise from the Pacific, their volcanic landscapes home to a caste of unique and specialized creatures. Among them, the island's snakes have evolved extraordinary hunting strategies. On Fernandina Island, Galapagos racer snakes have developed a rare, coordinated approach to predation, moving in synchrony to maximize their hunting success. Their quarry is the vulnerable, newly hatched marine iguana, which must traverse open ground in a desperate bid for the safety of the sea. As the iguanas break free from their sandy nests, a coordinated ambush unfolds. Racer snakes surge from the rocks, forming a living barrier that intercepts the fleeing young. This mass predatory event is a chilling demonstration of collective hunting, a rare phenomenon among snakes and a stark reminder of the relentless struggle for survival. Against the backdrop of volcanic shores, this high-stakes drama unfolds, a raw and unfiltered glimpse into the predator-prey dynamic that defines life on these islands. Beyond the land, the world's oceans harbour their own serpentine wonders. In the vibrant, teeming waters of the Coral Triangle, sea snakes have carved out a niche of unparalleled diversity. Stretching from northern Australia to Southeast Asia, the Coral Triangle is a marine biodiversity hotspot, boasting the highest concentration of sea snake species on the planet. More than 20 distinct species inhabit these warm tropical waters, each perfectly attuned to the challenges of aquatic life. With flattened, paddle-like tails for propulsion and the remarkable ability to absorb oxygen through their skin, these snakes glide effortlessly through coral labyrinths, their movements both graceful and efficient. Venomous and highly adapted, sea snakes are the silent sentinels of the reef, their presence a testament to the evolutionary success of this ancient lineage. Across continents and oceans, these astonishing hotspots reveal the extraordinary diversity, adaptability and mastery of snakes in the natural world. Across the tapestry of the natural world, snakes glide silently, their presence woven into the very fabric of countless ecosystems. For millennia, they have moved unseen beneath the canopy, their forms both elegant and enigmatic, embodying the essence of the ultimate predator. With silent movement and unblinking gaze, snakes command the landscape. Their precision, patience, and lethal efficiency are the hallmarks of a masterful hunter, sculpted by evolution to fill a role of profound significance. The strike of a venomous serpent is a moment of pure evolutionary artistry, swift, decisive, and perfectly timed. Each encounter in the wild is a testament to the delicate balance between predator and prey. Yet the true story of the snake is not one of fear, but of equilibrium. Their existence is not defined by menace, but by the vital role they play in maintaining the health and stability of their environment. In the dappled sunlight, a snake lies coiled, a sentinel of the ecosystem. Its presence is a quiet assurance that the cycles of life and death remain in balance, that the web of nature is intact. As keystone predators, snakes exert a subtle yet profound influence. Their hunting shapes the populations of rodents, birds, and other small creatures, preventing overabundance and the collapse of delicate food webs. Each successful hunt is a thread in the intricate tapestry of life, ensuring that no single species dominates and that the balance of the ecosystem is preserved. In grasslands and forests, wetlands and deserts, snakes are the silent regulators. Their predation curbs the spread of disease, limits crop destruction, and sustains the diversity upon which all life depends. The western rattlesnake, for instance, is a guardian of the grasslands. Its presence a bulwark against the unchecked rise of rodents, its absence a harbinger of imbalance. By keeping prey populations in check, snakes safeguard the health of plants, the stability of soils, and the survival of countless other species that share their realm. The venom they wield, a marvel of biochemical engineering, is not merely a weapon, but a key to unlocking new frontiers in science and medicine. Within each drop lies a complex symphony of proteins and enzymes, evolved over millions of years, now offering hope for breakthroughs in healing and the treatment of disease. Already these compounds have inspired medications that save lives, transforming the legacy of the predator into a force for renewal and restoration. The alchemy of nature turns what was once feared into a wellspring of possibility, a testament to the transformative power of evolution. The preservation of snake species and their habitats is not merely an act of protection, but a commitment to the future of biodiversity and the promise of discovery. In every balanced ecosystem, the presence of snakes is a sign of health, a living indicator that the ancient rhythms of nature endure. They are both hunter and hunted, a vital link in the endless chain of life, embodying both vulnerability and strength. Every scale, every movement is a reflection of evolutionary perfection, an organism honed to thrive, to adapt, and to inspire awe. To witness the snake is to witness the interconnectedness of all life, the subtle threads that bind predator and prey, plant and animal, earth and sky. In the quiet majesty of their movement, snakes reveal the wisdom of nature's design, a harmony that sustains the world. They are not simply predators, but keystones, silent guardians whose presence ensures that the wild remains wild and that the balance of life endures. Beneath the surface of their silent elegance, snakes possess one of the most sophisticated arrays of sensory systems in the animal kingdom. These adaptations are not merely tools for survival. They are the instruments that have elevated snakes to the pinnacle of predatory efficiency. Foremost among these is the heat-sensing pit organ, a biological innovation unique to certain families such as pit vipers, pythons, and some boas. These specialized pits, located between the eyes and nostrils, detect infrared radiation emitted by warm-blooded prey. By converting thermal energy into nerve impulses, the pit organs allow snakes to visualize the warmth of living creatures, even in total darkness. This sixth sense enables them to strike with unerring accuracy, guided by the invisible signatures of heat. Vision in snakes is equally remarkable, though highly variable across species. Arboreal snakes often exhibit keen binocular vision, essential for judging distances among branches, while burrowing species may rely on reduced or even vestigial eyes. Many diurnal snakes possess color vision, sensitive to ultraviolet wavelengths, enhancing their ability to detect prey and predators alike. In contrast, nocturnal species have adapted to low-light environments, their vertical pupils and rod-rich retinas maximizing sensitivity to the faintest glimmers of movement. Olfaction, or the sense of smell, is perhaps the most iconic of snake sensory abilities. The flickering tongue, forked at its tip, samples chemical cues from the environment, delivering them to the vomeronasal, or Jacobson's, organ in the roof of the mouth. This organ deciphers complex scent trails, conveying detailed information about prey, predators, and potential mates. Through this chemosensory pathway, a snake can track a fleeing rodent across a forest floor or identify the pheromones of a conspecific from meters away. Some species further exploit mechanoreception, the ability to detect minute vibrations through the substrate. By pressing their lower jaws to the ground, snakes sense the movements of distant animals, interpreting seismic cues that would otherwise go unnoticed. Each of these sensory systems operates in concert, forming a comprehensive suite of adaptations. The snake's world is not merely seen or heard. It is constructed from gradients of heat, traces of scent, subtle vibrations, and fleeting shadows. This sensory arsenal is the foundation of their hunting prowess and their enigmatic presence in the wild. It is a testament to the relentless innovation of evolution and a reminder that beneath every scale lies a world of perception beyond our own. Movement is the very essence of a snake's existence, a silent ballet that unfolds across sand, soil, water and stone. Devoid of limbs, snakes have mastered a repertoire of locomotory techniques, each one a marvel of evolutionary engineering. The most familiar is lateral undulation, a sinuous flowing motion in which the snake's body presses against irregularities in the terrain, propelling it forward with remarkable speed and grace. But in the shifting sands of deserts, a different strategy prevails: sidewinding. Here the snake lifts sections of its body in a looping motion, touching the ground with only 2 points at a time. This minimizes contact with the scorching substrate and allows for rapid, efficient movement across loose surfaces. In environments where space is confined, such as burrows or dense undergrowth, snakes employ concertina locomotion. The body forms tight coils, anchoring the rear while the head extends forward. Then the rest of the body is pulled up to follow. This stop-and-go technique allows for precise navigation through narrow passages. For larger, heavier-bodied species like pythons and boas, rectilinear movement offers a different solution. Here the belly scales grip the ground in sequence, while the ribs and muscles move in waves beneath the skin, advancing the snake in a straight line. This subtle, almost imperceptible glide is ideal for stalking prey or moving stealthily through dense cover. Each method of locomotion is a testament to the adaptability and ingenuity of snakes. Whether scaling trees, swimming through water, or traversing rocky outcrops, their movement is both a signature and a survival strategy. It is through these silent, sophisticated motions that snakes have conquered some of the planet's most challenging habitats, embodying the quiet mastery of nature's design. In the intricate tapestry of the natural world, camouflage and mimicry are vital strategies for survival, and snakes are among the most adept practitioners of these arts. Blending seamlessly into their environments, these silent predators become virtually invisible, a testament to their evolutionary prowess. Take the gaboon viper, for example. Its cryptic coloration and intricate patterning allow it to vanish amidst the leaf litter of African forests. The mottled brown, black and tan scales mimic the dappled light filtering through the canopy, rendering the snake nearly undetectable to both prey and predators. In the vast deserts of North America, the horned rattlesnake employs a different form of disguise. Its sandy speckled appearance mirrors the arid landscape, enabling it to lie in wait for unsuspecting prey. By burying itself partially in the sand, only its eyes and the tip of its tail exposed, this snake becomes a master of ambush. Mimicry, too, plays a crucial role in the survival of many snake species. The harmless milk snake, with its vivid red, black and yellow bands, closely resembles the venomous coral snake. This deceptive similarity deters potential threats, as predators often mistake the milk snake for its more dangerous counterpart. In the rainforests of Southeast Asia, the Malayan krait takes mimicry to another level. This venomous serpent's coloration and behavior are strikingly similar to the non-venomous banded wolf snake, creating confusion and hesitation in predators, which can mean the difference between life and death. The ability to blend in or masquerade as something more formidable is not just a defensive tactic. For some species, such as the green tree python, this skill is integral to their hunting strategy. The vibrant green scales of this arboreal predator allow it to meld with the foliage, becoming an unseen threat to birds and small mammals. These examples illustrate the remarkable adaptability of snakes, showcasing their ability to manipulate perception and exploit their environments to their advantage. Through camouflage and mimicry, snakes have honed their survival skills, becoming both elusive and enigmatic inhabitants of our world. In the grand scheme of nature, these silent masters of disguise embody the delicate balance between predator and prey, a dance of deception and survival that continues to unfold in the hidden corners of our planet. From the dense canopies of tropical rainforests to the arid expanses of windswept deserts, snakes have colonized an extraordinary range of habitats across the planet. Their remarkable adaptability is a testament to millions of years of evolution, enabling these reptiles to thrive in environments that pose vastly different challenges. In humid rainforests, arboreal species such as the emerald tree boa have evolved prehensile tails and laterally compressed bodies, allowing them to navigate branches with ease. These snakes often display vibrant green or brown coloration, blending seamlessly with leaves and moss to avoid detection by both predators and prey. In stark contrast, desert-dwelling snakes like the sidewinder possess specialized scales that reduce friction and allow for efficient movement across loose sand. Their pale sandy coloration reflects sunlight and provides camouflage, while behavioral adaptations, such as burrowing during the heat of the day, help conserve moisture and regulate body temperature. Aquatic environments are home to their own suite of specialized serpents. Sea snakes, for example, exhibit flattened tails that function as paddles, streamlined bodies for efficient swimming, and salt glands that expel excess sodium from their bodies. These adaptations allow them to spend nearly their entire lives in marine habitats, feeding on fish and small invertebrates. Meanwhile, in temperate forests and grasslands, terrestrial species have developed cryptic coloration and burrowing behaviors to evade predators and hunt for small mammals, amphibians and insects. Some, like the garter snake, are highly adaptable generalists, thriving in a variety of microhabitats, from wetlands to suburban gardens. Even in the extreme cold of high-altitude regions, certain species have evolved anti-freeze-like compounds in their blood, enabling them to survive brief exposures to freezing temperatures. These physiological and behavioral adaptations underscore the resilience of snakes and their unparalleled ability to exploit ecological niches. Through an array of morphological, physiological and behavioral innovations, snakes have become one of the most versatile groups of vertebrates on Earth. Their presence in nearly every terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem highlights their crucial role in maintaining ecological balance and biodiversity. Long before the first mammals roamed ancient forests, the evolutionary story of snakes began to unfold in the shadows of the Mesozoic era. Emerging from lizard-like ancestors over 100 million years ago, early snakes embarked on a journey of radical transformation. Fossil evidence reveals their gradual loss of limbs, a process that streamlined their bodies for stealth and efficiency, paving the way for the unparalleled locomotion we witness today. Driven by the relentless pressures of natural selection, serpents diversified into a multitude of forms. Some retained vestigial pelvic bones, silent echoes of their terrestrial origins. Others developed specialized skulls with flexible joints, enabling them to consume prey many times larger than their heads, a defining adaptation that set them apart from other reptiles. The evolution of venom marked a turning point in the serpentine saga. Through intricate modifications of salivary glands, certain lineages harnessed potent biochemical cocktails for subduing prey and deterring predators. Over millennia, these toxins diversified, giving rise to the complex venoms wielded by vipers, cobras, and other specialized hunters. Sensory adaptations further refined the snake's predatory prowess. The evolution of heat-sensing pits in pit vipers and boas granted these reptiles the ability to detect the faintest thermal signatures of warm-blooded prey, even in complete darkness. Meanwhile, the development of highly sensitive tongues and Jacobson's organs allowed them to interpret chemical cues with astonishing precision. Throughout their evolutionary journey, snakes have continually adapted to shifting climates, rising seas, and changing ecosystems. Their success is written in the fossil record and echoed in the remarkable diversity found across continents and oceans. Today, snakes stand as living testaments to the power of evolutionary innovation, their unique adaptations ensuring their survival in a world of constant change.